Marva Herring. I'm here to discuss my book, The Tuskegee Experience Reloaded. My book focuses on the fact that I have gone through a lot of challenges, and I encourage you, no matter what happens to you, to focus forward, always moving forward, always living forward, always trying to excel, no matter what happens to you. My book is related to the fact that I was treated like the men in Tuskegee. I'm a 2-time breast cancer survivor, and I was treated like the men who were given syphilis back in Tuskegee, Alabama, in the 40s, around that period of time, and they were not given any treatment. That is exactly what happened to me. As a 2-time breast cancer survivor, I went to the Veterans Hospital in Washington, D.C., and the Veterans Administration Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland. At both locations, I was not given any treatment whatsoever to help me with eliminating breast cancer and moving into optimum health. Congressman Albert Wynn actually saved my life by sending me to Walter Reed Hospital to get breast cancer treatment. In fact, I went from stage 0, where I had no spread whatsoever of breast cancer when I first appeared at the Washington, D.C. VA hospital. Then I went to stage 2 by the time I reached Walter Reed Hospital, and had been at the VA hospital in Washington, D.C. from approximately December 2001 until July, August of 2004. Upon reaching the Walter Reed Army Medical Center Hospital, I was diagnosed as stage 2 breast cancer treatment, in that phase of breast cancer treatment. And as you would imagine, I went through chemotherapy, radiation, surgery, and all the full-blown capacity of treatment for breast cancer, as opposed to not needing any type of treatment other than 6 weeks of radiation when I was first diagnosed at the VA hospital in Washington, D.C. So you can see what a drastic difference it does make. They always talk about early detection, and that is what happened. I did detect my illness with breast cancer myself. I detected it very early in 2001 and was not given any type of treatment at the VA hospital in Washington, D.C. And therefore, Congressman Wynn forced the VA hospital to send me to Walter Reed. And at that time, I was diagnosed with at stage 2. And I required extensive treatment in order to survive. As I said, I am a 2-time breast cancer survivor. So since that time, I did contract breast cancer the second time, and had gone to the VA hospital in Baltimore to try to get treatment, and I was denied treatment there and just given the runaround again. And I ended up getting help from Senator Barbara Mikulski at that time, and I was able also to get insurance, and that is why I was not able actually to get any type of treatment on the outside. You might say, why didn't I go? One person did ask me, why didn't I just go to another hospital? I did not have any insurance. I did not have any insurance at that time. I had lost my health care insurance. I had no health care insurance, so I was really at the mercy of the VA hospital. That is why. So I also would like to make you aware of the fact that I am speaking to you to ask your votes of support, as I'm also a dentist in the state of Maryland, and I reside here in Maryland. However, I lost my dental license in Maryland because of the fact that my office was demolished, and the association who was in charge of fixing that particular my office location, they refused to fix my office, and they came in, and my office was on the bottom level of 3 other offices. It was a condominium complex. My office was flooded from the 3 apartments above me, and because I had completely refurbished my office and at that time, and I had bought all new equipment, all new chairs, everything. And when my office flooded at that time, I was kind of out of money, and called for the assistance of the association. Instead of coming in to help me, they sent the plumber to do minimal work, and the plumber, as such, along with the association president, they filed a complaint with the dental board, the Maryland Dental Board, regarding the status of my office, saying that it smelled bad and it looked bad. And of course it did. Your house or your location would also smell bad and look bad if it were flooded from 3 apartments above you. So therefore, eventually all of the work that I had done to refurbish my office, that just went, that was just deleted, because all of the ceilings in every room in the office, all of the ceilings collapsed, and there was just a whole haze of mold and mildew in the air. It was like a tropical rainforest wherein there's moisture in the air. However, unlike a tropical rainforest, it was like devastation more than anything else. And I lost that office because I was unable to get it back to working status, and because I did lose my dental license, and I wasn't able to recoup my license because the dental board, with my attorney, they lured me into signing a fraudulent document, which would have allowed them to mar my name and say that I was an alcoholic and a drug abuser had I followed through with what the dental board was trying to get me to do, which was to attend a well-being committee meeting. None of that had been explained to me by my attorney. He just asked me to hurry and sign the documents so he could get the paperwork back to the dental board and get it approved for me to get back to work. However, that never happened, because I found out that he was trying to lure me into attending a meeting that was designed for dentists who are alcoholics and drug abusers. I have never smoked or drank in my life, and at that time, I do have a secret clearance in the military, with the military, and I maintained that secret clearance. And back during that time, I was the chief dentist at Andrews Air Force Base, and our hangar for our planes was right across the tarmac from Air Force One, so I could just look straight out and see the hangar for Air Force One. And we used to jog right over by Air Force One when we would do our military training. So like I said, fortunately, I was able to uncover the fact that they were trying to frame me by getting me to attend those meetings, because I was told by Mrs. Bird, who was handling my case at that time for the dental board, that she would have, if I attended even one of the meetings, she would have to label me as an alcoholic and a drug abuser on the national provider network all over the country. So that's the label that would have been given to me. And I do still, and at that time, I've always had a license in D.C. and Maryland. So when I went to renew my D.C. license, D.C. wanted to get the information from Maryland, because as you would expect, one jurisdiction will not give you licensure if there's a problem or some kind of blemish on your record in another state. So I, of course, signed with the attorney. I went in to talk directly with the attorney, and I gave them approval to retrieve all of my information from the Maryland Dental Board. So the next day when I called to discuss their findings, I asked to speak to the attorney, but I was told to hold on, only to find out that the director of the Board of Health wanted to talk to me, and she told me that she wanted to talk to me herself, and she wanted to apologize personally to me because they had withheld my license for 3 months, and they were still waiting for the information. So I went down and interceded, and the information went through that same day. So the director of the Board of Health explained to me that they went through all of my background information from the Maryland Dental Board and found nothing that I had done to have put me in a category as an alcoholic or drug abuser. So therefore, she said, had she known that Maryland had nothing negative on my name, they would never have withheld my dental license while they did the review. And she asked me what time could I get to DC that morning, because she said they would renew my license by 12 o'clock. She said, it's 10 o'clock now. If you can just give us till 12 o'clock, if you get here anytime after that, I'll have your license printed up especially for you. So please hurry down and come and get your license. And I do especially want you to know that I personally apologize. That is what she said to me. And that was a very, very eye-opening situation, as you would expect had you been in that type of situation. So all I'm saying to you is, please help me by voting to help me to move forward. I'm posting this information on YouTube, and I'm also posting my information on as many websites as I can, especially my own website, Dr. Marva Herring, and I'm also posting it so that you can listen to me on my Radio 1 talk show, which is Humming Along with Dr. Herring at 10:10 a.m. on WOLB in Baltimore. So if you would support me, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening to my message. And I'm here for you, so please be here for me. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. I'm on every day in Baltimore on WOLB AM 1010. I'm on every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Please look me up. Please hit me up on the websites. I'm also on Twitter. Follow me under Dr. Marva Herring. And I'm also on LinkedIn as well as Facebook. It's nice talking to you, and thank you for your support and your consideration.